Imagine this. A company that owns some of the most iconic bike brands in the world, Raleigh, Haibike, Lapierre, now declaring itself insolvent. Sounds wild, right? But here's the twist. Someone's actually trying to buy it. And this person isn't just some random investor. It's Mel Sutcliffe, a guy who's been deeply embedded in the cycling world for decades. Now, I'm not just talking about his career as a cyclist. No, this is about a man who built a business empire around bikes, sold it to a private equity firm that paid over 1.5 billion euros, and now he's back circling like a hawk. Why? Because the cycling industry is a roller coaster, and right now it's at a point where even giants are teetering. What makes this really interesting is that Sutcliffe isn't going it alone. He's teaming up with other investors and a global financial institution. That's not just a move. It's a signal. It says, we see value here, even if the numbers don't look great on paper. Let me break this down. Accell Group, the parent company of all these brands, was bought by KKR for 1.56 billion euros 4 years ago. Sounds like a win for KKR, right? But then came the post-pandemic crash. Suddenly, demand for bikes dropped, supply chains got messed up, and people started questioning whether the cycling boom was real or just a bubble. Now Accell is insolvent. That's not just bad news, it's a wake-up call. What many people don't realize is that brands like Raleigh aren't just logos. They're cultural touchstones. But if you take a step back and think about it, what's the real value here? Is it the brand equity? Or is it the potential to rebuild the business from the ground up? Sutcliffe, who sold his own Eurotrek Raleigh Ireland company to Accell a decade ago, knows this better than anyone. He's seen the highs and lows of this industry firsthand. Now here's the thing. When a company like Accell goes under, it's not just about the bikes. It's about the people who rely on it, the employees, the dealers, the customers. But Sutcliffe's plan, if he gets it through, isn't just about saving a business. It's about redefining what these brands stand for. A detail I find fascinating is that Quanta Capital, his investment group, is positioning this as a stabilization move. But stabilization of what? The brands? The supply chain? Or maybe something bigger? A shift in how cycling companies operate in a post-pandemic world. This raises a deeper question. Is this a sign that the cycling industry is finally learning from its mistakes? Or is it just another cycle of boom and bust? And let's not forget the irony here. Sutcliffe built his own empire around bikes, sold it to a private equity firm that paid a fortune, and now he's trying to buy back a piece of that same industry. It's like watching a chess game where the pieces keep changing hands. What does this mean for the future of these brands? Will they survive as independent entities, or will they be forced into mergers and acquisitions again? Personally, I think this is a turning point. If Sutcliffe can stabilize Accell, he might just be rewriting the rules of how cycling brands are valued. But if he fails, well, that's another story entirely. One thing's for sure. The cycling world is watching closely, and the next few months could define the legacy of some of the most iconic names in the sport.